in the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado, as we get ready for the middle game of this 3-game series, Game 5 of this 10-game road trip. So far, the Astros 1-3 in their first 4 games on this West Coast swing. Astros will face a left-hander tonight, and here's how they will line things up.
This is the Astros lineup presented by Coors Field, and we're going to highlight Cam Smith. You've got the regulars at the top, but Cam Smith has really lit it up. And yesterday we talked about hitters who had 1,000 OPSs in this lineup. There were 3 of them. You can now add a 4th. It's wham, bam, thank you, Cam, with that big home run last night that propelled him to that 1,000 OPS as he digs in tonight's game.
He'll be opposed by the left-hander Kyle Freeland tonight. Freeland is a guy the Astros have seen before. He's made 4 starts against them in his career, and in all 4 of those starts, he has gone at least 6 innings. Overall, he's 0-2 against the Astros with a 4.44 ERA. Pitched against them last year on July 3rd, right here in this building, and went 6 innings, allowed 6 hits and 3 runs, a couple of walks and a couple of strikeouts. Christian Walker is his kryptonite. Christian has more home runs against Freeland than any other hitter that he has faced in his career.
The power play is presented by AGV. Now Freeland's got some big boys to face at the top of that lineup. The 1-2 punch for the Astros lineup has been very good all year, whether it's Jeremy Pena or Jose Altuve at the top. And we all know who the number 2 hitter is in Yordan Alvarez. But these guys are all putting up numbers in that 1-2 spot that lead Major League Baseball. They have scored 23 runs. That OPS for them also up around 1,100. These guys have been getting it done, and they are leading the way at the top.
Jeremy Pena will play back-to-back games for the second time on this road trip. Played Friday and Saturday in West Sacramento against the A's, and then playing tonight after playing in last night's game. So getting back to a normal rhythm, as Pena has played in 4 of the first 5 games on this road trip. Jeremy last night went 2 for 5, including his 4th double on the trip. Astros start the night at 6-5 on the year after a 5-2 homestand. The Colorado Rockies are 4-6. They are off to a much better start than they were last year when it took them 30 games to win their 5th game on April 30th last year. We are underway with a first pitch up to Jeremy Pena. 68 degrees at game time. A very pleasant evening as it will dip down into the lower 60s before this game is over. 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed, and it's a 1-1 count. Rockies winning the opener of this series 9-7. The Astros scoring 10 runs on Sunday and 7 runs in last night's game without a victory in the mix. 12-10 loss on Sunday and a 9-7 loss yesterday. Home plate umpire today is Charlie Ramos, part of Dave Rackley's crew. Rackley's over at first base. Says that one misses wide. It's 2-1. Pretty good eye shown by Pena here in the first AB. It's 3-1.
Freeland trying to use that fastball and cutter on the outside corner.
Freeland now in his 10th big league season, all with the Colorado Rockies. As he gets a swinging strike on Pena there, and the count's full.
That might be one of the more impressive things in all of baseball. Being able to be a pitcher in this organization and stadium for 10 years.
It's only been 4, Blummer, since this franchise started that have gone 10 seasons or more. This one's down and in to Jeremy Pena. So he'll be a leadoff base runner. Freeland's usually a guy that doesn't walk a lot.
Oh, he is a little more of a command guy. We'll check out his pitches on our StatCast 3 powered by Google Cloud. It's going to be heavy on the 4-seam fastball. Does have a sinker, doesn't throw it all that much, but the knuckle curve, sweeper, and cutter are going to be those secondary pitches. Some of these righties are going to see that changeup as well.
Well, here is Yordan Alvarez coming off his American League Player of the Week honors. He did not have a hit in last night's game. Went 0 for 4. He still was intentionally walked in last night's game, his 4th intentional walk of the year. Yordan sees a sweeper for a strike. It's 1-1. Everybody in this lineup, with the exception of Bryce Matthews and Yordan Alvarez, has faced Kyle Freeland before. Yordan on the ground. They get the out at first, and Pena's slide is not going to work as he is tagged out. Tried to avoid the tag of the shortstop Ezequiel Tovar, and Jeremy thrown out for a double play as Yordan grounds into a twin killer.
It's a good play over there at first base by Rumfield, similar to the double play we saw Christian Walker turn yesterday. See that catch and tag on our Mattress Firm Supermoon.
Looks like Pena might hesitate a little bit going into the bag. Here's Altuve taking a called strike.
Plays like that, when you're the runner at first base, you try and get as big as you possibly can and disrupt that throw. Yeah, you shouldn't be hesitant going in there. You should go in there full speed and force that middle infielder to make the tag.
This one grounded foul. And Altuve is down in the count 0-2. Jose last night picked up career hit number 2,400. Ended up with 2 more on the evening after his first inning double to get to that milestone. Jose hit a home run last year against Freeland.
Just not here.
Yeah.
Still looking for that first home run here. He and Yordan.
Altuve with 30 career hits in this stadium without a home run. Hey, Yordan doesn't have a hit. They're going to challenge the 0-2 pitch to Altuve.
Call on the field is ball. The catcher is challenging.
So Brett Sullivan, who's catching today for the Rockies, feels like this is a strike. And they are going to get the strike. So that's going to end the inning. Altuve called out on strikes on the review, powered by T-Mobile, our first ABS challenge of the night.
Finish it off with Karros, but Ezequiel Tovar, 24-year-old, is making his 4th opening day roster this season. Also has a Gold Glove under his belt. He became the youngest shortstop in National League history to win a Gold Glove back in 2024.
Mike Burrows out for his 3rd start in an Astros uniform, his first wearing the road grays. You can see what he has done in his first 2 starts. When he faced the Angels in his first start of the season, he had 3 lefties in the lineup. When he faced the Red Sox in his 2nd start of the season, he also had 3 lefties in the lineup. Today, between Willie Castro, the switch hitter, and the rest of the lineup with 5 lefties, he's got 6 of 9 hitters that will be swinging from the left side against him.
And he's got a beautiful changeup, so you would imagine that's going to play a factor in this game against all those lefties.
The changeup should be a big weapon tonight. As he gets this ball fouled away, it's 2-2. Last year against lefties, 67% of his strikeouts were on the changeup. But he has not yet struck out a lefty this season on a changeup. But I imagine that might change a few times. And the Rockies just do not enjoy hitting changeups so far in 2026. They have the lowest batting average and the lowest OPS against the changeup. This ball, though, is hit hard down the right field line on the curveball, just foul, near home run distance down the right field line by Edouard Julien.
It got to that down and in corner. Not a terrible pitch, just a pretty good swing from Julien. Fortunately, just a long foul ball strike.
Burrows has gone 5 2/3 and 5 innings in his first 2 starts as an Astro. Astros bullpen is in better shape today than it was yesterday, when it was very slim pickings to choose from for Joe Espada as to who was available. Trying to get a chase on that changeup down, and now the count's gone full on Julien. Ground ball past the mound. Nice job by Burrows not to go after it, as he knew Pena was stationed right behind him. That'll be a ground out for the first out of the night. How about the Astros starting defense presented by Xfinity? Burrows in his first start as an Astro worked with Yainer Diaz. Middle start was with Christian Vasquez, and now Yainer back in there. First start number 3 on the infield. First day off of the year for Carlos Correa. Isaac Paredes back from the bereavement list is at third base next to Jeremy Pena. Altuve and Walker on the right side, and Bryce Matthews getting the start in left field against the lefty Kyle Freeland tonight. Here's Mickey Moniak. Moniak did not play in the first road trip of the year for the Rockies. Has played in all 5 games on this homestand after coming off the IL Friday. He had a sprain of his right ring finger. Moniak a couple of home runs and 14 at bats this year. Takes a pitch down. It's 2-1. Only 4 hitters in their lineup have an at bat against Burrows. Moniak has never faced him before this AB. As he grounds one foul off the Rockies railing of the dugout. It's 2-2. Everybody frustrated with the losses the last couple of days, but in the category of how one game can bleed into another, Joe Espada really didn't have much maneuverability with his bullpen yesterday. He had very few bullets to choose from, and he had to hope for the best out of the Bolton-Weiss combination. Hitzl's popped into shallow left. Bryce Matthews looking up into the setting sky, and he puts it away for out number 2.
Yeah, you usually don't figure those things out until post-game interviews, and Joe said as much post-game, saying, hey, I needed Ryan Weiss to give me innings. I needed Cody Bolton to give me innings, and it kind of forced him into a position in that after that 4th inning of shutout baseball from Cody Bolton. You were like, okay, we maximized it. But considering how many arms he did not have available to him last night, he decided to force Bolton into that 5th inning, and that's where things kind of went sideways. Because it went sideways for Bolton, maybe a little fatigue, walked a couple of guys to start that inning, but it also forced Ryan Weiss, who's, we talked about it, accustomed to coming in and being a starter. I'm sure if Joe had to do it again, he'd probably choose to get him in there in a clean inning with no runners on.
Burrows faces the 3-hitter Ezequiel Tovar. Didn't play last night in the lineup. He did come in the 9th inning defensively at shortstop. This is a guy that generally will swing as much as anybody in all of baseball. 2nd highest swing percentage. Only trailing a guy we saw earlier on this road trip, Jacob Wilson.
Got his toes right on that chalk line too. Crowding that dish.
See who's due up for the Astros. 3 righties to face the lefty Kyle Freeland in the top half of the 2nd. Goes after this pitch and grounds one foul. Stays 0-2.
Yeah, so if you can get 5 to 6 innings out of Mike Burrows today, keep that bullpen staying fresh and start a little bit of a rhythm like that, hopefully some of those large ERA and power numbers against the Astros staff will change.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Tovar on strikes. Burrows' first strikeout ends a 1-2-3 inning. Scoreless after 1.
League leaders are presented by Houston Methodist. Taking a look here at weighted runs created plus the season, and this is for teams here, the average being 100. So Houston Astros well above average, and if you've been watching so far this season, you know that as this team has been scoring a lot of runs, leading the league in runs, most runs through 11 games in team history, and they're doing it by just getting on base in all the different ways. They collectively have a good approach. They're very proud of that and want to keep it going, TK.
Isaac Paredes tries to keep it going, just back off the bereavement list. His first at bat is deep and just foul. He had home run distance. It hit the 2nd row of the stands beyond the wall, but it just hooked foul.
Can't believe it hooked. Isaac on the attack. Might have got this one a little bit off the end of the bat, but plenty of carry here.
So all this offense with the last 4 games without Isaac Paredes, one of their best hitters in the lineup. Julia, good to see him back in the lineup.
Clubhouse and be around the guys. It was just good to have him in there in the mix, and obviously good in the lineup too. He was visiting family for a couple days, guys. Lost his grandmother, his dad's mom, but was able to see all that family, and that was so important to him. So our thoughts are with that family, but we are good to see him again, or we are happy to see him again.
Yeah, good to have Isak back, playing at third base today, giving Correa his first game off so far in the first 12. Pops this one up. The shortstop Tovar takes care of it. That's one away in the second.
So WRC Plus is weighted runs created, and the American League ranks under the player's number. And you can see the Astros doing a very good job. Christian Walker on there at 187. And above that is Yordan Alvarez and Jose Altuve above 200, second and third respectively in the American League. These guys create and produce a lot of runs, and that's what you would figure would help the Astros win some ball games, scoring 7 runs a game.
Nobody else in the American League has more than 1 in the top 10. The Astros have 4.
And all 4 of those guys come into this game with that 1,000 OPS or better.
It kind of goes back to what we discussed in the open, is as this ball is slicing down the right field line, and if it stays fair, it's trouble. That is gone. That ball stayed fair. I thought Paredes was going to go fair, and it went foul. That one stayed fair down the right field line. Walker's 4th career home run against Kyle Freeland as he continues to rake against this lefty.
And I'm glad he's in that lineup. Christian Walker skywalking here at the Mile High City.
Walker has never faced a pitcher more often in his career than Kyle Freeland.
There are so many things in his corner. He rakes the National League West, he rakes in this ballpark, and he rakes Kyle Freeland.
Freeland had allowed 3 home runs to Walker before that, more than any other hitter in his career. Now Walker adds another one to that list. That ball didn't slice at all. Another challenge here from Brett Sullivan. That ball was on the line the whole way and just kind of stayed true.
Oh, man.
It is a strike. Houston has 1 challenge remaining.
Cam Smith challenges an 0-0 pitch here. That's his second missed challenge of the season. He's 0 for 2 now. That seems early, but the guy's been rolling at the plate, so hard to question. But an 0-0 pitch doesn't really change things ultimately that dramatically.
Not when you're swinging the bat the way he is. Yeah, I love talking about golf, so it's kind of curious. I'm thinking the same thing you are. If you hook it off the tee, does it continue to hook? And if you slice it off the tee, doesn't it slice? I mean, Christian probably got a little more of that on top of it to hit it straighter. But I thought, like you did, that Isak was going to stay fair down the left field line too.
That caught Brett Sullivan, who's in some pain here on that 1-1 foul ball.
It looks uncomfortable. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, okay. Oof. I flinched. I thought we were going to the replay of the injury. The Watt caught that one deep and shot that one straight down the line. You can see it looked like it wanted to tail, but just never did.
Crazy. It straightened out.
Right? Yeah, it did. We'll take it.
Yeah, that was...
Well, Christian Walker in this ballpark, if he just gets the bat to it, it's going to end up something positive.
Walker now 14 for 42 in his career against Freeland with 4 home runs and 10 RBIs. The only guy he has more home runs against is Clayton Kershaw. And the 10 RBIs are the most he's had against any pitcher in his career.
Sully's back on the field, but I'm not sure he wants to be. I think if you've been around this broadcast long enough, if you don't see a replay of a catcher getting injured, you can assume what the injury might be. And there's a lot of conversation in that dugout amongst fellow men in the Rockies dugout that simultaneously feel the same pain. I'm not sure if I'm getting the point across to you.
You are.
Okay,
You
good.
are.
Yeah. Thank you.
There's one of those on Sunday in the Cubs broadcast, and our buddy, former Astros analyst Jim Chase, said he took it in the Easter basket.
He's very creative.
2-2 pitch is hit on a short hop to the third baseman, Kyle Karros.
So do I say those are right in the Rocky Mountain? Never mind, I'm going to stop there. The oysters.
That's 5-3 for the second out. I think the point has been made.
Yeah. So I've backed the bus up over that thing a couple of times now.
I can't believe Julia tried those on an earlier broadcast.
We were in some desperate years, TK.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This ball sent into center field, pretty well hit by Jake Myers, and caught by Moniak, so we will not dive further into that. How about Christian Walker putting the Astros on the board?
Big swing from Seawalk here in Colorado. Stop me if you've seen this before. The Astros are loving it.
Christian Walker, 13th RBI on the year. Nobody in the American League has more with his solo home run in the second inning. And the first pitch to Troy Johnston almost hits him and goes all the way to the backstop.
That was interesting.
Yeah. Johnston's never faced Burrows before. Troy hit a home run yesterday against the Astros, his second on the year. Now takes a strike as 1-1.
He was just setting up the fastball away.
Burrows had a 1-2-3 first inning, including a strikeout of Ezekiel Tovar, final batter of the inning. This one taps slowly down the line at first and will head foul to move the count to 1-2. Johnson coming over from the Marlins, finding a home that he likes here with the Colorado Rockies. He was picked up off of waivers after playing 45 games with Miami last year. Another tapper. This one is going to be past Burrows, and once it got past Burrows, it was trouble. Altuve tried to bare hand, but I'm not even sure had he come up with it cleanly would he have had a play.
That's too bad. Mike Burrows threw a great changeup, and I agree. As soon as the ball gets past Burrows, this is a base hit. Johnston moving well out of the box, picking up an infield hit.
So now TJ Rumfield. They have some aggressive hitters in their 3, 4, and 5 spots, including Rumfield. He loves to go after that first pitch. As he takes one with a breaking ball here, he drops in a curve for a strike. It's 0-1. Rumfield leads all rookies in the major leagues coming into tonight with a .364 batting average. And he leads his team with a 1,053 OPS. That one off the plate, 1-1. We showed you in last night's telecast that Rumfield is not being challenged by many fastballs because he has such good numbers against the fastball this year. So you might see Burrows go to secondary stuff a lot in this at bat. So far we have seen curveball, changeup, curveball, and it's 2-1.
You can also see him pitch a little bit backwards. Maybe use some of the off speed to set up that fastball late.
He got a fastball and fouled it back. It's 2-2.
I think you just got to pick your spots against guys that hit fastballs well. If you can use some of that off speed to kind of slow them down a little bit, and pick your spots and set them up for the fastball. You know he's going to be swinging at it, though. He's gearing up with that leg kick to try and get to the fastball.
Long hold for Burrows, the runner on the go, and that is a foul ball. Burrows faced the Rockies once last season. The only time in his career he has pitched against Colorado. That was when he was in Pittsburgh against this team and went 4 shutout innings, 4 innings without an earned run. Pirates winning that game 5-1. He gave up 2 hits in his 4 innings of work against the Rockies. Protected that outside corner with that swing to stay alive at 2-2. Now the counts run full.
Back-to-back heaters, maybe setting up the 3-2 changeup.
Johnston goes. The pitch is down, ball 4. Now Colorado will have runners on first and second with nobody out after an infield hit and a walk.
It was that changeup. Rumfield doing a good job of laying off it. Ended up below the zone.
Willie Castro back in the lineup tonight. He played last night at shortstop. Today he's over at second base. He was on base 3 times yesterday, including having 2 hits in the same inning. Astros had a nightmare 5th inning last night, going into that inning leading 3-0 and coming out of the inning trailing 8-3 after the Rockies sent 14 men to the plate in the inning. One on the count to Castro. Pretty close, but just off 2-1. Once the Astros lose that first challenge like they did early with Cam Smith, you can't take many chances the rest of the way because you're only in the second inning. This ball into left field coming on Matthews. He is going to make an attempt, and he did not hold on to it. Had he held on to the line drive, it would have been a double play. Instead, it's an RBI single because Troy Johnston never stopped running, and Bryce almost made a nice sliding catch but couldn't quite hold on.
Yeah, Johnston sold out thinking that ball was going to drop, but it stayed up here in Colorado at this thin air. It just flattened out. Probably surprised Bryce Matthews a little bit too. He went into the slide and ended up hitting him in the gut, but unable to secure it. This would be a great look at it on our matches from Supermo. Off the heel of the glove and just not able to pin it against the body. You're right, TK. If he pins it against his body, he's got a double play easy with Johnston selling out.
You're right. That ball carried on him more than he thought. And his first go-round in the outfield in his big league career. He's looked good in the outfield so far, but his first time playing here in Denver. And ball definitely carries here more than any other place he'll ever play. So now first and second with nobody out. Castro with his 3rd hit of the series. Now Jordan Beck getting a start tonight. Beck didn't play last night. Beck had one of the 2 hits that Burrows allowed against the Rockies last year in his 4 innings of work. Right towards the bag at second. Altuve should have an easy turn and does. He steps on the bag and throws out Beck. That is a big double play for Burrows and the Astros.
That'll hopefully dampen what could be a rally for the Rockies.
That would have been a really nice sliding catch had Matthews made it. But the difference between the catch and no catch was pretty extreme. It went from a 1-1 game with runners on first and second, nobody out. Had he made the catch, it would have been runner on first and 2 outs. And then maybe out of the inning already, but that would have been a tough play. But an inning-changing kind of play he could have made had it not gone off the heel of his glove. Now Brett Sullivan bats with a runner on third and 2 outs. And he skies one up in the air. Isaac Paredes will drift into foul territory. Pena's there as well. It's going to be Isaac who puts it away for the final out. The Rockies tie it up on a couple of hits and a walk. And we're 1-1 at the end of 2. Time now to check out our Chevy Stroh poll. Which Coors Field food item would you like Julian Morales to try tomorrow in the day game to wrap up to this 3-game series? You've got Glazilla, we saw earlier. That's that humongous hot dog. You've got pizza donuts or taco mamalona.
I voted.
You voted. Go to @SpaceCityHN, vote like Julia. Use the hashtag Stroh poll. You might sway the vote if you say who you voted for.
Say could really impact it.
Wait, why aren't we trying all of them?
Oh, you can.
That's not one of the choices. You can write.
That's deep.
You can write in all the above. But that is not one of the choices. We're trying to get a winner in the Stroh poll today, Julia.
Okay.
So we'll find out who you voted for later. But there's one of those 3 that you'd really like to try more than others.
I think so. I think the pizza donut sounds good.
Oh, there it is.
Don't you?
I don't know. I like the taco.
Pizza donut looked pretty good.
So I need to show up hungry tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Day game. 0-2 the count to Yainer Diaz. Takes one outside for a ball, 1-2. So there you go. Julia will be partaking in one of those concession items here at Coors Field tomorrow. You guys get to vote at home as to what she'll be checking out tomorrow. Yainer hits the ball on the ground, but right there is the first baseman, TJ Rumfield. He steps on the bag for the first out of the inning. Well, Bryce Matthews will hit for the first time. Bryce getting his first start since the first game of the series against the A's. 2 for 17 on the year is Bryce. And goes after the first pitch and a foul tip, 0-1. Kyle Freeland likes to use that fastball up.
Yeah, he's from the middle of the zone up with that fastball.
There you go again. That one looked like Matthews liked what he saw with that fastball, but fouled it right off of the mask of Brett Sullivan. It's 0-2.
I think that one might have gotten Charlie.
Oh, did they get Charlie too?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're going to check on the home plate umpire, Charlie Ramos.
A lot of forcing and cutters up. This might have been a little bit of a cutter, but there you go. It's just right in the middle of the mask of Charlie Ramos, the home plate umpire.
Heath Townsend, assistant athletic trainer for the Rockies, out there checking out the home plate umpire, Charlie Ramos. He's also got the crew chief, Dave Rackley, down there talking to him.
It's quite the meeting.
Seems to be okay. So both Sullivan and Ramos have had some discomfort here in the first couple of innings.
It's a very good way of putting it, Todd.
Thanks, Blummer. So Bryce down in the count 0-2. And that one a little bit up 1-2. Mentioned 10 years as a Rocky. The other 3 pitchers who have pitched 10 or more seasons for Colorado include his bullpen mate, who's currently active, Antonio Sensatella. Also Herman Marquez and Aaron Cook. Those are the 4 pitchers in Rockies history that have pitched 10 or more seasons for Colorado. Astros season tickets, partial plans, mini plans, and flex plans are all available now for the 2026 season. Choose the plan that best fits your schedule or create your own. You can learn more by going to astros.com/tickets. A strikeout of Bryce Matthews with the second strikeout tonight for Freeland. Now Pena bats with 2 outs and nobody on and fouls one off 0-1. Jeremy Drew will walk his first time up. Astros have 1 hit and 1 walk. Pena was erased on a double play in the first inning. On the ground towards short, Ezequiel Tovar bobbles it. Pena is going to be safe. That was right at Ezequiel Tovar. And Blummer mentioned the Gold Glove caliber shortstop that he is, but that one will go down as an error.
Saw some uncharacteristic plays from Jeremy Pena at yesterday's game, and this is the same thing. Ball in the glove, just doesn't make the exchange and fumbles it. Speed of Pena gets him on first base, and they're forced to face Jordan with the runner on.
Yeah, there's nothing worse for a pitcher than thinking you're out of the inning and an error extends the inning. And then this guy comes up, Jordan Alvarez, as he takes one off the plate for ball 1. So that is a costly error in any form when you extend an inning with 2 outs. But when this guy is your next hitter, American League Player of the Week, Jordan, 9 of 18 this year against lefty pitchers. And he is taking that one for a strike. It's 1-1. He's going to challenge. It's the first time Jordan has challenged.
Call is a strike. The batter is challenging.
Jordan has not challenged all year long until game number 12. We saw one earlier missed by Cam Smith, and Jordan's going to win this one.
Ball. Houston has 1 challenge remaining.
0.4 inches.
Know the zone, TK. The man knows the zone.
So Jordan, who does everything else well, is now a perfect 1-for-1 in ABS challenges.
Go from 1-1 to 2-0.
Now 2-1 as he missed the cutter.
Pretty good cutter. Looked like it was going to stay on the zone, and that's why Jordan unloaded. That slight little cut just stayed away from the bat.
Jordan looking for his first hit of this series and his first hit ever in Coors Field. He only had 1 plate appearance in Coors Field before yesterday. That was going back 4 seasons ago. Sends this one into shallow center field. Coming on Mickey Moniak. He broke back, but he has time to get there and puts it away for the final out of the inning. So the error does not hurt the Rockies, and we still have a 1-1 game heading to the bottom of the 3rd.
What's on tap? It's presented by Lawnmower Blonde. Talking about that changeup from Mike Burrows. How about the average since 2023 is $143 against that changeup. That's 4th best in Major League Baseball with a minimum of 400 changeups thrown. It is a very good pitch. He's got great arm action on it. Plays off that fastball that he has in the mid-90s. Good play.
Isaac Paredes with the pick, and the throw bounces in and out of the glove of Christian Walker. Walker trying to pick the throw from Paredes after he caught the short hop. Kyle Karros will reach as a leadoff base runner here in the 3rd.
That changeup got a ground ball down the line. Well, it might have been the changeup, but a great pick on that short hop. The throw just didn't get to quite where he wanted to, and Walker stretching out. Looks like he got him in the heel of the glove.
That'll be the third hit allowed by Burrows. 2 of them have been infield hits. Now the top of the order, Edouard Julien. Julien grounded out to Jeremy Pena his first time up. Burrows delivers a strike. It's 1-1. So far we have seen a lot of changeups, almost half of his pitches, which you would expect with 6 lefties in the lineup.
That kind of lines up to what we were predicting before the game.
Last year he got a 60% swing percentage on his changeup, which is the second most in baseball. The Rockies haven't been quite as aggressive tonight as we thought. They're one of the more aggressive teams in all of baseball. They've walked the fewest times coming into tonight. Now it's 2-2 on Julien. The last 2 innings for Colorado have started with infield hits. Troy Johnson came around to score after a little tapper got past Burrows last inning. This ball hit towards Pena, gobbles it up to short for 1, and Pena turns a double play. Nicely started by Isaac Paredes. Looked like that might have been an in-between hop.
Yeah, that ball kind of jumped on him a little bit, but at third base, if you can just get it in the middle part of your body, there's a good chance you'll be able to absorb it. And that's exactly what Isaac did, but he did a good job of making the exchange and getting that feed to Altuve for a quick turn. Or to Pena for a quick turn. That was a good job. That ball jumped on him a little bit. Good job corralling that and getting a good grip quickly.
That's exactly what you said. Just kind of funnel it to the middle of your body and take care of it from there.
Oh, man, Perry Hill, funnel everything to the middle part of the body, and you got a chance. That's what it was about.
You still wake up hearing that?
Oh, man, yeah. That and footwork and funnel blood. I'm like, okay, I got you, Perry, I got you. See him in a couple days.
That's right.
Forgot about that up in Seattle.
1-1 count to Moniak. This ball hit well to right field. Cam Smith going back on it, still going back, and he reaches up and puts it away. Cam Smith continues to play great defense on the season as he takes one away from Mickey Moniak to end the third.
Well, the ex-third baseman has turned into a pretty good outfielder, and tough here at Coors Field. That ball will carry a little bit, gets back in plenty of time, but some of that athleticism allows him to leap up and make the catch.
Fourth inning baseball. Jose Altuve will lead things off as Kyle Freeland delivers up for ball 1. Altuve took a called third strike his first time up on a pitch that was challenged by Brett Sullivan and overturned, initially called a ball. Altuve waves at the sweeper. It's 1-1. Only 2 strikeouts for Freeland so far. Through 3 innings, he's allowed 1 hit and 1 walk against the Astros. The 1 hit was the solo home run by Christian Walker, who continues on a torrid pace in his first 12 games of the year. Altuve, Alvarez, Walker, and Smith, all with great numbers through a dozen games. Today being game number 12. Towards short. Tovar has this one on a couple of hops. Altuve retired for the first out.
Fans can take advantage of Astros value tickets throughout the week. Whether you're looking for dollar dogs, added entertainment, or ticket and concession discounts, there's a value option for you. Visit astros.com/value to learn more.
Now Isaac Paredes. He popped up his first time up. Isaac now 5 for 23 on the season. I heard Julia mention why he was away on the bereavement list. Isaac hasn't played a game since the final game of the homestand against the Red Sox. This ball hit hard over the shortstop Tovar's head into left field. Isaac Paredes with the Astros' second hit of the night, a clean single to left.
Frozen rope. Got a change up down. He went below the zone to hit that thing hard. Good swing from Isak. Seems like he's seeing the ball well out of Freeland's hand.
Kind of like the guy at the plate.
Yeah, just a little bit. Maybe not as good as this. I mean, I feel like he's watching every seam go through the air on the way to the plate.
How does Freeland attack Christian Walker here? He's tried a little bit of everything against Walker in his career, and Christian keeps hitting home runs against him. Sullivan has no idea where the baseball is, and Isak easily gets to second. He actually rounded second, and then Sullivan picked up the ball. That'll be a wild pitch, advancing Isak into scoring position.
That ball just skipped away. Then the egg hunt ensued.
Walker hit one right down the line in right field for his 4th career home run against Kyle Freeland. Here's another look.
Yeah, just fastball up and away. Talked about how well he sees it. He stayed on that one nicely. Here in that thin air, didn't slice much, stayed true, and got out of here.
All 4 of his home runs against Freeland have been on the fastballs. He takes a strike here. It's 2-1.
Well, when you're raking a guy, you get a 2-0 curveball. Might have been a little bit below the zone, but Walk with some extra base hits.
It leads all of baseball in doubles. Also leads all of baseball in extra base hits, and he leads the American League in runs batted in. Now he's got an even count at 2-2 as he got a 2-1 changeup.
He'd have about 4 or 5 home runs if he didn't hit those 2 bombs back at Dyken Park. They hit high up that left center field wall at Dyken Park and came back in play, where most ballparks they'd be out.
Now, one of them was 15 out of 30, and the other one was 25 out of 30.
Yeah.
So he would have 5 in about 15 stadiums. This ball chopped towards short. Paredes has to stay at second. Tovar makes the play on Walker. And Freeland has the second out of the inning.
He's human.
So now Cam Smith will bat. Cam hit the longest home run in the major leagues last night, hitting one to straightaway center at 462 feet from home plate. This one off his foot, foul, and it's 0-1.
Then he hit it into the wind.
It did.
Doesn't make any sense, other than the fact that that's just a strong young man at the plate.
Statcast had it being knocked down by 21 feet with the wind coming in from center.
That's incredible.
So 483 without wind would have been the distance for Cam Smith last night. That would have been a new Astros Statcast record. That one's down, 1-1. Cam has 2 doubles to go along with his 3 home runs on the year. Had that slugging percentage up near 600 before the game started today. Misses that breaking ball. It's 1-2.
Missing some of those pitches low. Chased that curveball down out of the zone.
Cam had a really nice first half last year, and I know we talked about it before about how the second half was the first time he'd gone through a full major league season. But I still feel like, as good as things were going for him in his first go-round, we're seeing things this year that are maybe a step better, both offensively and defensively. And that's saying a lot, because he was very good in the first half last year, and he was top 3 finalist for a Gold Glove award. But I think both areas of his game are elevated this year over last year.
I agree. New approach, a couple of swing adjustments that he's made, and I'm sure this offseason he worked on a program that was going to help him maintain some of that strength and stamina to get through these marathon seasons in baseball. But yeah, his swing looks really good. Staying down on him, and he keeps going for it.
Curveball strikes out Cam Smith. 3 strikeouts for Kyle Freeland. 1 hit, 1 left on. We're still tied at 1.
From bobbleheads and jerseys to Hello Kitty, Care Bears, and Star Wars night, Plummer, there's an experience waiting for everyone. Check out the Astros promotional schedule and get your tickets now at astros.com/promotions. Oh my gosh, that's cute. TK?
Oh, you're speaking my language.
Hello Kitty or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
I know.
Well, actually, I meant Care Bears, but whatever.
Underway in the bottom of the 4th with Ezequiel Tovar leading off. Tovar struck out his first time up. Only 1 strikeout for Burrows through 3 innings. That was on a changeup. Burrows has only 3 strikeouts of a left-hand hitter this year, and none of them have been on a changeup, which is highly unusual based on his numbers coming in last year with the Pirates. This ball hit on a line, and Christian Walker doing it all tonight, accounting for the Astros' run with a home run, and takes one away from Tovar to start the bottom of the 4th.
Walk had to get up. Timed this beautifully too. It was hit well, but not well enough to where he had to elevate quickly, so it took his time, got up there, and secured that catch. Dressed that one up nicely.
Troy Johnson, the batter, takes one on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Johnson tapped one past the mound for an infield hit his first time up. And this one right at Jose Altuve, who can take his time and make a throw to first. That's 2 quick outs here on 4 pitches for Walker in the 4th inning. For Burrows, rather, in the 4th inning, with Walker getting both putouts. That'll bring up TJ Rumfield. Rumfield made his major league debut on opening day this year, and he has been a nice find for the Colorado Rockies. He's been their best hitter so far through their first 10 games. Rumfield was acquired in a trade in late January from the Yankees, who had him the last few seasons in their minor league system. And it wasn't just a fluke that he made the opening day roster. He led the team in home runs and RBIs in spring training. And he's carried it forward in the regular season as he fouls this one away. It's 1-2. Nice catch by an Astros fan.
Made the adjustment too. Got out of his seat, got ready, got behind it. Great catch.
Astros fan and a Rockies fan living in harmony.
It's good to see.
That ball hit hard to center field on the 1-2 pitch. And Rumfield continues to hit well, on base for the 2nd time tonight. A walk and now a single.
Yeah, the fan went out, got back, got behind the ball, and came forward.
He used the railing to kind of steady himself. That was some fundamentals right there.
Secured the catch. That was beautiful. Oh, yeah. Now you're having a good time.
Now the hat's backwards.
Yep.
Changes the dynamic.
It does. Ah, it hurt my hand.
Pitch down to Willie Castro, who has the RBI single on a line drive that was in and out of the heel of the glove for Bryce Matthews. Bryce tried to make a sliding catch on that line drive. There's a strike. It's 1-1. We have gotten to know Mike Burrows just to a certain extent, but he's kind of a no-nonsense, business approach-oriented guy. Goes about his work and
cleanest cut beard I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tight. Yeah, he does. I mean, he plays close to the vest. We'll have to break. You know, we'll give him time. We can't just, right out of the chute go full force. SCHN.
You know who's good at this?
Yeah, not us.
Julia's really good. That ball's drilled deep to right field. That's going to be into the bullpen. That ball was punished off the bat of Willie Castro, who has driven in all 3 runs tonight for the Rockies, as he makes it a 3-1 game with his first home run as a Colorado Rocky. Former Tiger, Twin, and Cub coming over to the Rockies this year, and he'll wear the purple mink coat.
Slider stayed over the middle part of the plate. Willie Castro got it, and that's this part of this ballpark where if you elevate with any kind of velocity, exit velocity, it's going to go out. It's a pretty good swing from Willie Castro.
Castro has now faced Burrows 4 times. There's going to be a challenge here from Jordan Beck on that strike call.
Call is a strike. The batter is challenging.
Castro is 3 for 3 with a walk and a home run now against Burrows in his career. That is going to be an overturn.
It is the ball. Colorado has 2 challenges remaining.
So the Rockies have been right a couple of times tonight on challenges. They have a 2-0 count here on Beck. Now it's 2-1. Two and 2 the count on Beck. 2 outs. This rally started with 2 outs and 2 strikes when T.J. Rumfield singled to center on a 1-2 pitch. And then Willie Castro, who has been a menace in this series, knocking in 3 runs tonight after being right in the middle of that 8-run 5th inning last night. This ball skied in the air, playable for Cam Smith. He moves to his right and puts it away for the final out of the inning. But a big swing by Willie Castro makes it 3-1 Rockies as we head to the 5th. Houston Astros baseball on SCHN is presented by Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it. By Texas Children's Hospital and by Gallery Furniture. Buy your furniture today. Gallery Furniture delivers free tonight. Beautiful view of the Rocky Mountains not far away as Jake Myers leads things off here in the 5th inning. Jake flied to center his first time up as he goes after another first pitch and misses this one from Kyle Freeland. It's 0-1. Bottom third of the order, Jake and then Yainer Diaz and Bryce Matthews facing Freeland for a second time, and Kyle gets ahead 0-2. We mentioned at the outset that Freeland has gone against the Astros 4 times in his career, and it's gone at least 6 innings in all 4 of those starts. It's got a very good pitch count going tonight, less than 60 pitches as we start the 5th inning. Back to the mound, nice snag by Freeland. He'll make the sidearm throw in time to get Jake Myers for the first out.
Freeland's looking good. Doing a good job of mixing his pitches, basically going after the Astros with 3 pitches: the changeup, the 4-seam fastball, and the slider. He's throwing the changeup as much as, I'm sorry, that's Mike Burrows, my bad. He's going after him with 4 pitches. He's got 4 pitches he's throwing up 20% of the time. 4-seam, cutter, knuckle curve, and changeup. He's getting some good soft contact.
Nice play going to his left by Willie Castro, who's doing it all against the Astros in this series, as he makes that play to retire Yainer Diaz for the second out.
Seems like a good time to play Astros trivia, powered by Reliant. The question is, who is the Astros all-time pitching win leader here at Coors Field? Up on to SCHN on X and tell us who you think that might be. Astros trivia powered by Reliant.
The Astros rotate, depending on the year, who their quote-unquote natural rival is in the National League now that they switched over to the AL. It's either been the Rockies or the Arizona Diamondbacks. Last year was the Rockies, and then again this year it's the Rockies, where you play a home-and-home 3-game series. We'll see the Rockies right back at Daikin Park a week from tonight, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But it's either one of those two teams where you see the Astros play both a home and away series against either the Rockies or the D-backs. There's a strike to Bryce. It's 2-1.
Yeah, Major League Baseball had to get creative after they put him in the division with their actual rival.
Right. Astros will head to Seattle after the game tomorrow. They'll have an off day on Thursday in Seattle and then play a 4-game series against the Mariners. Rockies will head to San Diego after the game tomorrow. They'll have an off day Thursday, and then they play a 3-game series against the Padres. Then they go to Houston, and they enjoy an off day in Houston on Monday while the Astros are playing the Mariners in Seattle. This one grounded towards third, and Kyle Freeland continues to roll along as he has a 1-2-3 inning with 3 groundouts. He's only allowed 2 hits so far through 5. We're halfway home with the Rockies leading 3-1.
Introducing a new way to pay for your favorite ballpark treat. That's Astros Wallet, providing a seamless way for fans to manage tickets and concession credit in one wallet experience. Learn more at astros.com/wallet. TK.
Line drive to start the bottom of the 5th inning off the bat of Brett Sullivan. Sullivan thought about 2, but no chance. He's going on Cam Smith. He'll settle for a single to lead off the 5th inning. Sullivan now 4 for 12 on the year as the backup catcher to Hunter Goodman. This is the first game of the year that Hunter Goodman hasn't played either as the catcher or the DH. Now Kyle Karros will bat, number 9 hitter who had an infield hit his first time up. Karros around the bunt, misses the bunt, and it's 0-1. Burrows gets ahead 0-2.
Yeah, I'm all for playing a little bit of small ball, but you've got a 2-run lead, nobody out. Just gave away a strike on a bunt. I don't know.
Small ball in this stadium seems to be
it's
a little oxymoronic.
Yeah. And you've got a pitcher that you've been seeing the ball well off of, and you're just giving away a strike unless you're actually going to give up yourself for the out. It just seems like a waste of an out when you've got a 2-run lead. For me personally.
I hear you.
The bunt isn't exactly an analytic tool.
That's going to be a called third strike. Karros is going to challenge on the 1-2 pitch. He lost a challenge yesterday when he struck out on a called third strike against Cody Bolton. And he is going to be 0 for 2 in this series, and he is mad at himself for losing his second challenge in as many games against the Astros, and both times he was called out on strikes.
It's tough, but you've got to take the emotion out of it. And it's one of those things where you can't just rely on hope. You've got to know.
This is a whole new thing, right, for hitters, and there's got to be an element of you've let your teammates down a little bit. Like Cam cost one of his guys a challenge possibly later on. That
even your pitcher side,
right?
Yeah.
When you challenge early, and then we're getting later now, 5th inning, but that's the second time Karros has challenged on a called third and been wrong in the series. So now you're like, oh, sorry guys.
And now, but like you said, as soon as you lose one, you get to that last one. It better be a great spot to be able to use it. But it makes you think even more about using it. Although I do like the idea of getting the call going my way and, maybe looking back at Joe West and going, told you.
There are all kinds of numbers being bandied about. They are keeping logs of every hitter, every catcher, every pitcher who has made a challenge. They're keeping logs of every umpire and how many times they have been challenged and how many of those have been successful. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on and hit hard. A diving knockdown by Jeremy Pena. Almost came up with it cleanly, but he knocked it down. Kept the runner at second base, but that'll be an infield hit for Edouard Julien.
Pretty impressive just to knock it down. It's unfortunate he didn't keep it close enough to be able to make the play. I love that he held his ground right there with the runner moving. But just that close, if he was just able to keep that in front of him, might have been able to pop up and make the play. Good effort.
So now runners on first and second as the Rockies have been piling up the hits here the last few innings. They've had multi-hit innings now in 3 of the last 4 innings. Now a word from Taqueria Cervantes.
I'm Jeremy Pena of the Houston Astros, and my favorite food is at Taqueria Cervantes.
Two on and one out for Mickey Moniak. He sent one to deep right that Cam Smith made a nice catch on his last time up. He's also flied out to left. This one tapped. Burrows has it. He will underhand it to first. They'll get the one out there. The runners both advance 90 feet. Burrows came off the mound in a hurry to get that second out. I mentioned this is Burrows' first time starting in Colorado. The Rockies have done a good job putting the bat on the ball tonight against him. He came in with 6 strikeouts in his first 2 starts in 5 2/3 and 5 innings. Tonight he's only got 2 strikeouts. The last one that called third on a challenge pitch by Karros. Here's Ezequiel Tovar. Tovar is the only other guy who has struck out. He struck out swinging on a changeup his first time up. Pitch is up. It's 1-1. Burrows is nearing 80 pitches. He's a guy who last year the Pirates did not extend very much. He had a season and career high of 91 pitches last year with the Pirates. This ball skied high in the air to center field. Jake Myers back. He's near the track, but he has room, and he puts it away on the warning track for the final out of the inning. Tovar hit it high and deep, but he's allowed out for out number 3. Still 3-1 Rocks. Get out and play is driven by Toyota. Yordan Alvarez doesn't lose many straw polls, and he doesn't lose many StatCast era stats. But last night, Yordan had a challenge from Cam Smith, the longest home runs in team history since 2020. Yordan hit 2 against the A's, 1 in Oakland and 1 at Daikin Park. And last night, Cam came within 2 feet of Yordan's second longest blast, and within 7 feet of the longest blast since 2020 in an Astros uniform.
Well, if it wasn't for that hurricane blown in from center field last night, he would have had 483 on him.
He would have had Yordan beat.
Man. Was there ever a measurement on that one that he put up in the World Series over the batter's eye?
That's a good question. This ball sent to center, played there by Mickey Moniak for the first out. That was well struck. I mean, there's a couple that he's hit to the upper reaches of Daikin Park. One of them hit the roof last homestand.
That was insane.
We have no idea how far that would have gone. What did Cam say, Julie, about almost hitting one as far as Yordan Alvarez?
Yeah, I felt pretty good about it. We were talking about like longest home runs for him. He was like, well, aluminum bat, wooden bat. I can't believe it was just the other day that he was using an aluminum bat, which is crazy. But for him, he was told where he was on the list of longest home runs, and he was just told about him, where he landed, and his response was, well, how many does Yordan have on this list? So he knew he'd be up there with Yordan.
Yordan was hit by that pitch, caught him on the back with the sweeper.
Yeah, Kyle Freeland immediately out of the, just glancing off his nameplate on the back, but Freeland knew that that one got away, and we're kind of fortunate that everybody's all right after that one.
Rockies thought it may have missed him, but now they realize that it did on a glancing blow, hit him in the back. That's one of the nicer hit by pitches you'll ever take.
Yeah, that wasn't retribution for that pitch behind Troy Johnston.
Crowd getting into it as Jose Altuve bats here with a runner on and one out. And Altuve golfs one foul. That might have been back-to-back hit by pitches. That was heading down and in on his feet when he golfed that one.
Well, according to StatCast, it would have hit him in the front foot.
Front foot?
Yeah.
Oof. How did he hit it?
I don't know. How many times have we said that with Jose Altuve at the plate? How did he hit that?
But it's a 2026 version of Tuve. He doesn't chase as much.
Yeah. He's in swing mode here.
He is in swing mode here. It's 0-2.
Well, that's a crazy thing about Freeland. He's only given up 2 hits in this game to the best offense in baseball right now, and I believe that's his 13th swing and miss in this game.
And Tuve goes down on strikes. That'll be strikeout number 4 for Freeland. 2 outs in the inning. How about the longest home run ever in the StatCast era? George Springer hit one 476. Again, this one in the Coliseum.
Yeah, take that, Mount Davis. That was incredible, George, putting an absolute charge into that one.
Almost coming up on the 8-year anniversary of that big swing.
The Ocho?
Coming up on the Ocho. Here's Isaac Paredes. Isaac has one of those 2 hits Blummer mentioned. The other hit was the Christian Walker home run. The Astros haven't had many opportunities to score tonight here at Coors Field, which is unusual. This is a stadium. Saw 16 runs last night combined between the 2 teams. Astros ended up with 13 hits, and the Rockies ended up with a dozen hits. But tonight, only 2 hits for the Astros offense, the #1 offense in all of baseball coming in. That ball hooking foul down the left field side. It's 0-2. Apparently the measurement of the Jordan home run over the batter's eye in the postseason was 450.
That's it? So Cams would have gone way past that.
Apparently.
Wow.
But again, Cam hit his here.
True.
So in
Got a little extra.
Dyken Park, I'm not sure if the ball carries. Kind of like.
I mean, what? You're about 5,000 feet difference there as far as altitude.
The call on the field is ball. The catcher is challenging.
The catcher, Brett Sullivan, has been aggressive with his challenges tonight. And he is going to win this one as he gets a called 3rd strike on Isaac Paredes to end the inning. So a hit by pitch, 1 left on. We head to the bottom of the 6th. The Rockies lead at 3-1. Bottom half of the 6th inning, Rockies lead the Astros 3-1. Only 1 run on 2 hits for this Houston offense that really, since the first 2 games of the season, hasn't been stopped at all over the last 9 contests. The Astros scoring 77 runs over their first 11 games. And even though they're off to a disappointing 1-3 start on this road trip and are trailing tonight 3-1, they're still tied for first, starting play this evening in the AL West at 6-5 with the Angels, as no one has really jumped out in this division so far. Troy Johnston leading things off and has faced Mike Burrows twice. He's grounded out his last time, and he had an infield hit his first time, but now a 3-0 count to start this inning. Astros 6-5, Angels 6-5, Rangers 5-5, and Seattle is 4-7. With the Mariners having lost 3 in a row, the A's are 3-6. There's a strike to Johnston. It's 3-1. Mariners are trailing the Rangers in Arlington in the bottom of the 8th tonight, 3-2. There's Stephen Okert warming up. We mentioned that last year Burrows hit his career high of 91 pitches with the Pirates. He did extend that career high in his first start as an Astro to 94. As he comes back with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike, it's 3-2. Oh, yeah. Dotted him up with another called third strike. His last 2 have been called as he gets Johnston looking for his 3rd strikeout of the night.
Wasn't trying to trick anybody, just came at him with the fastball once he fell behind in the count. Johnston can't pull the string or pull the trigger.
Now TJ Rumfield, who was walked and singled, he also scored a run last time he was on. Rumfield has now been on base 4 times in a row. He ended last night's game with a double and a single, a triple and a single, as he cleared the bases with that triple. There's a strike, 1-1. That ball hit hard into right field. That'll be the 5th consecutive time Rumfield's been on base. 4 for his last 4 with a walk to start this game.
Time to answer our trivia question powered by Reliant. We asked you, who is the Astros all-time pitching win leader at Coors Field? Who's the answer? Mike Hampton. Believe it or not, 5-0, pitched plenty here in this ballpark and for this organization. But Hampton was the all-time leader as an Astro here at Coors Field.
Joe Espada has watched Willie Castro knock in all 3 runs for the Rockies tonight against Mike Burrows, so we'd rather see a different matchup here with a runner on and 1 out. That'll be the end of the night for Burrows. Stephen Oker will be our new pitcher when we come back.
Afternoon of baseball for the series finale tomorrow in Colorado begins with Astros pregame presented by Toyota. SCHN is your home for Astros baseball. Coverage begins at 1:30. The Astros pregame. Still have some unfinished business here this evening in Colorado, and in relief of Mike Burrows, you're checking out Stephen Oker, the left-hander, going to flip Willie Castro to the right side. On the season, you see the numbers at 4.5. Gave up his first runs of the season in that last outing on the 5th against the Athletics.
Castro grounds one past the diving Isaac Paredes and into left field. That was a foot further to the left. It could have potentially been a double play. Instead, it's the 3rd hit of the night for Castro as he turns around and hits one into left as a right-hand hitter. That is now 9 hits for Colorado. The 8 hits allowed by Burrows in his 5 1/3 inning. Just 1 off his career high in hits allowed. Now Jordan Beck bats with 2 on and 1 out. And Beck looks at a strike, 0-1. Okert has faced the Rockies a whole bunch in his career. 13 times prior to tonight, so his 14th appearance at Coors Field and his 29th overall appearance against the Rockies. That is 7th most amongst active pitchers. He's 0-2 on Beck. For a guy who has pitched that much against Colorado, you would think, I'm a little afraid to look at the numbers, but sub-2 ERA.
Ooh.
In 28 career appearances against the Rockies.
Getting it done.
2.38 here. Under 2 when he has been pitching in his home ballpark against Colorado. Ground ball to short. Pena's there. He goes to Altuve for 1, and Oker gets that double play 1 batter later. Stephen Oker doing a nice job coming out of the pen to keep this game at 3-1.
Play Like a Champion is powered by Champion Energy. Cam's up second here in the 7th. His first 11 games this year compared to his first 11 games in the big leagues, which was last year in 2025. This is fun, just given the OPS is very, very good. He's stealing more bags and wants to get that number up by the end of the season there. He has just been a part of some really big innings for the Astros so far. And then there's the defensive work he's doing too, TK.
Yeah, he's looking real good and right. This one cued off the bat of Christian Walker, and Freeland, who has given up a lot of hits and home runs to Christian in his career, gets him on a changeup here on a spinning ground ball to start the inning.
And that was a bomb that Cam hit last night, almost at 111 off the bat, lofting it high in the Colorado night for 462 feet. Deep into the beautiful backdrop here at Coors Field.
I went over that tree in straightaway center. It is beautiful back there.
Yeah, it is.
Julia had a chance last night before the game to go back there, but she was so busy with her pregame work that she was unable to accompany Jeremy Pena and Christian Vasquez out there.
There's some funny stuff.
I really wanted to go. I wanted to take a camera, but, you know, I had to interview the manager of the team. So my idea, I said, Christian, will you take some pictures? Well, he didn't have his phone on, and they usually don't when they come out. So he reached his hand out, so I gave him my phone. And I'm just like, take a couple of nice pics. This is what I got. This does not include pictures of the bullpen toilet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got a couple extra ones in there.
A couple of extra bonus.
You got to follow Julia on social to see those.
BTS.
Yeah, that's the ultimate BTS.
So Vasquez has obviously been back there, but JP has never been back there. He was excited to get the tour.
It is kind of wild out there. Like, you can't believe you're in a major league stadium.
Right? It's that beautiful.
Yeah.
I think it seems like that's where they shot the movie Bambi back there.
Oh.
You think there's going to be like wild forest animals coming out? It's so peaceful and zen. So I get where JP did his little namaste meditation.
Cam hit one just to the right of that waterfall lake combo last night. Maybe even over it. That's the tree he cleared last night, the one right there by the wall.
Yeah, easily.
Now it's 2-2. Cam has grounded out and struck out. This is another one of these Kyle Freeland games against the Astros where he has gone 6 innings plus again. And this one ripped past Freeland. It's past his glove as he takes a tumble on the mound. Cam Smith has himself a base hit. That's the Astros' 3rd hit tonight. Cam, a 1-out base runner.
Rocket right back through the middle. There was a curveball away that Cam stayed on. Hit it to that glove side of Freeland and spun him around like a top.
Rockies did have bullpen action going. 6 1/3 innings for Kyle Freeland, and that will be it as Warren Schaefer, the manager, comes out to make a change. Freeland pitches well again against the Astros. It's 3-1 as he'll leave the game here in the 7th. Time now to check out the results of tonight's Chevy Stropole. What will Julia be eating tomorrow? Which Coors Field food item would you like Julia to try?
Is that mac and cheese on the hot dog?
That is the Glazilla.
I haven't checked out the ingredients, but I guess I will tomorrow.
50% of the vote, Julia. You are going to check out the taste of the Glazilla.
It's 3 days of calories in that one hot dog.
Jake Myers sends one to right. He has swung at the first pitch all 3 times tonight. He's put it in play twice as he lines out for out number 2 as the Astros face a new pitcher here in the 7th inning.
Antonio Senzatella is on the mound. He's faced the Astros a couple of times, but the 2 times he did face the Astros were as a starter. This time out of the bullpen. Hasn't given up an earned run in 4 2/3 innings, 6 strikeouts to 1 walk so far this season. He can bring it a little bit, averaging 97 miles an hour on his fastball.
The Astros haven't faced him in a minute. It's been since 2021, but he gets 2 outs on 2 pitches out of the pen. That is as economic as you can get as he'll leave here in the 7th inning stretch with the Rockies leading 3-1. It's 7th inning stretch time. We're going to head to Houston, check in with Eshin Bogie in our Rooms to Go lounge. Is driven by Ford. How about Rocket Clemens, Roger Clemens, Astros debut? We take you back to this date in 2004.
Welcome edition, really solidifying a already very good rotation, but went out there and proved his worth. 7 innings of shutout baseball for his 311th career start. That's 9 punch outs in that game. Nice first outing in the Astros uniform for Roger Clemens.
So here we go, bottom of the 7th inning. Stephen Okert out there for more work. Okert gave up a ground ball base hit and then got a double play to get out of the 6th as he delivers a strike to Brett Sullivan. Sullivan catching tonight is 1 for 2, singled his last time up. One of the 8 hits allowed by Mike Burrows. Final line on Burrows, 5 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, all earned. All 3 runs driven in by Willie Castro tonight. Burrows walked 1 and struck out 3. His lowest strikeout total as an Astro. His previous 2 starts, he struck out a half dozen. Mike threw 87 pitches, allowed 1 home run, and 58 of those 87 pitches were strikes. Out one towards Altuve, who goes down to the ground to make this play, and Sullivan retired for the first out. Altuve doing a nice job staying with that one. 1 away in the 7th. I'll bring up Kyle Karros. Karros is 1 for 2 today. He went 1 for 3 with a walk in last night's game. Every time he's been retired in this series, it has been via strikeout. I imagine you might have crossed paths with his daddy, Eric Karros.
Played against him a bunch. Yeah.
Maybe even, no, you weren't at the same time at college, right? When he was a UCLA guy.
Yeah, he had a couple of years on me.
That one's down and in, 2-0.
Had a bunch against someone who was with the Cubs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good player.
He was a very good player. Easy conversation at first base,
which has led him to do the broadcasting gig as well.
There you go.
2-0 pitches off the plate from Okert. It's 3-0. There's a strike. Astros being out hit tonight by the Rockies 9-3 and trail in the game 3-1 as we play the bottom half of the 7th inning. And it was close, but just off the plate for ball 4. Karros will walk with 1 out here in the 7th. New this season, Astros fans can stream Space City Home Network directly with SCHN Plus. No cable or satellite is needed. Log on to SCHNplus.com to purchase the app directly. If you already have SCHN through a participating cable, satellite, or streaming provider, you can download the app to access the content at no additional cost. Bringing in a pinch hitter here for Edouard Julien. And it will be their best hitter from last season, Hunter Goodman, getting his first at bat of the night. We mentioned Goodman has played in every game this year for the Rockies, getting into the game here in the 7th. See what he has done on the season. Goodman batted 3rd in last night's game and went 1 for 5 with an RBI single to tie the game. That was that ball that fooled Jeremy Pena as he hit it to the left of Pena. Jeremy's initial move was to his right. Now that Hunter Goodman has been announced, out of the dugout comes Joe Espada. He had bullpen action going, so Okert might not face Goodman here, as we will see a pitching change made to the bullpen. A 3-1 game. We'll have the new pitcher when we come back.
Back here in Denver, we've got a new pitcher into this ball game. Be the third pitcher of the evening for the Astros. Kai-Wei Tang comes into this game 5 2/3 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts in that 5 2/3. 3 of those have been via the sweeper. His fastball will be in the mid-90s, but that sweeper has been very good. And he actually has a start under his belt with a W against these Colorado Rockies right here in Colorado when he went 5 1/3, gave up 2 earned runs.
Facing Hunter Goodman here with 1 out and delivers a strike, 0-1. So Tang takes over for Steven Okert here with a runner on and 1 out. Goodman, the pinch hitter, announced. In that start against the Rockies, Goodman went 0 for 3 against Kai-Wei Tang with a couple of strikeouts. Tang made 12 appearances over 2 seasons with the Giants. 4 relief appearances 2 years ago, and then 8 appearances with 7 starts last year, including that start here in Colorado. The 2 times he struck out Goodman, he got him on a sweeper off the plate wide, and then also got him on a fastball up. He's gotten ahead of Goodman here 0-2. So Kai-Wei Tang trying to keep this at a 3-1 game as we play in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Popped him way up in the air. This one is a mile high in the Mile High City. Who wants it? It's Yainer who takes charge. It looked like Paredes and Yainer were having trouble communicating, and Yainer finally took charge for out number 2.
Both guys were there. Somebody was definitely going to make the play. It was just who was going to take charge, and it looked like at the last minute Yainer just reached out above Isak. Didn't look like Isak was calling it.
So that's a big out for Tang to get Goodman for the 2nd out, and now Mickey Moniak will bat. Moniak skies one high in the air to right field. Cam Smith all the way back to the wall. He will look up, and that one's gone. Mickey Moniak in his 5th game of the season has hit his 3rd home run of the year. Hit 2 home runs against his former team, the Phillies, on Sunday, and now he connects for his 3rd home run in 3 games. It is 5-1 Rockies.
Might have been a changeup pulled up and into Moniak. The only hope that it was hit too high would come straight down, but it doesn't happen too often here in Colorado.
Now Ezekiel Tovar takes a sweeper for a strike, 0-1. Well, a couple of 2-out, 2-run home runs for the Rockies tonight. One by Willie Castro in the 4th, and that one by Mickey Moniak here in the 7th. Have made it a 5-1 game. Now it's 0-2 on Tovar. There's a 2nd run allowed by Tang in his 4th appearance as an Astro. This one hit to right. Backing up is Cam Smith. He reaches up and puts it away for the final out of the inning. But a big 2-run home run by Moniak makes it 5-1 Rockies. Five-1 game, 8th inning baseball. Astros have 6 outs to work with, and they're going to start the inning with a pinch hitter. Joey Loperfido is going to hit for Bryce Matthews. Anthony Senzatella relieving Kyle Freeland in this game. They are 2 of the 4 Rockies pitchers in franchise history that have been with this team for 10 years or more. Senzatella got Myers and Yainer Diaz on 2 pitches last inning, and now he delivers a strike to Joey Loperfido. Joey played in the game last night, went 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts to short and a sacrifice fly. He did drive in 2 runs on an RBI groundout in that sac fly, pushing his RBI total to 5 on the year. Takes that one off the plate, 1-1. Astros with just 3 hits tonight to the Rockies' 10. And the lone run coming across on the Christian Walker solo home run in the second. That went off the plate. Loperfido with a 2-1 count. That's wide, 3-1. Astros would love to get an early base runner and turn the lineup over to Jeremy Pena at the top.
That's the thing, you can't give up here in Colorado. You've just got to continue to get base runners on, and hopefully good things happen. You get a couple on and a big swing, start to fight right back into this game. It can happen in a hurry.
Got in on the hands of Joey. Stays 3-2. Called third strike, outside corner. Sensatella has retired all 3 batters he's faced. That's his first strikeout.
Yellowwood is bringing the lumber, and so are the Astros. They would like to get these numbers back to normal in this game. But right now, coming into this game, a +95 as far as increase in slugging percentage from 2025 to 26 ahead of the Dodgers. The Astros have come out blazing with their barrels. You see coming into this game at 494.
Jeremy Pena reached on a walk his first time up, reached on an error his second time up, and then flied out to center his third time, officially 0 for 2. And down and away, 2-1. Tonight's game a little bit different than last night. Last night was a lot of offense. The Astros having trouble mustering offense tonight. In Colorado as Pena sends one to right. Pretty well hit. Johnston back, but he has room right in front of the wall, and he puts it away for out number 2. Now Jordan, believe it or not, still does not have a hit in Coors Field.
Madness.
He is 0 for 6 in this series and 0 for 7 lifetime. And there's a pitch in for ball 1. Jordan is grounded into a double play and flied out to center field. He was also hit on a breaking ball in the back, hit by a pitch his last time up. Into center field again, and Jordan is still hitless in this series as the Rockies have been able to do something no other team has this year, and that is retire Jordan Alvarez consistently. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's still 5-1 Rocks. Ball on SCHN is presented by Daly and Black. Has your home or business been denied, delayed, or underpaid by your insurance company? Call Daly and Black for your free consultation. By Michelob Ultra Zero. Make a plan to get home safe. A reminder from your friends at Silver Eagle Distributors, Houston. And by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota. Let's go places. Pretty night here in Denver as the Astros go to their 4th pitcher of the evening.
There's going to be Christian Roa coming into this game. Numbers on the season in 3 games, a 4.5 ERA, 2 strikeouts to 3 walks, fastball averaging 96 miles an hour.
So Roa faced the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Rockies here in this 5-1 game in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Troy Johnston 1 for 3. Kaiwei Tang facing 3 batters last inning, allowing 1 run that was charged to him on the home run by Mickey Moniak, and one of those runs charge to Okert, an inherited runner that scored. The other 3 put on Mike Burrows tonight, as the Rockies are trying to win a 3rd game in a row and a 5th win on the season. And that is far surpassing any pace they were on last year when they started the year 4-25, their first 29 games, and won their 5th game in game number 30. This hit well to left center, and Jake Myers with a nice sliding catch. Jake had a long way to go, and he put it away on the warning track with a slide.
Really felt like he had forever to go. This is a spacious ballpark in the outfield at Coors Field. Jake off to the races. Joey didn't feel like he was going to get there. And fortunately, Jake able to run that down with a sliding catch.
So now TJ Rumfield will bat. He has been on base 5 times in a row.
Jake covering 109 feet to make this play. Hang time 5.6 seconds. Plenty of time for Jake to get under it.
This one grounded foul, and then Roa getting ahead 0-2. The Rockies would prefer that I don't keep referring back to their dreadful start of last year, but it took them winning back-to-back games at home last year until July 18th and 19th.
Are you kidding me?
Basically, the All-Star break last year was when they finally won 2 games in a row at home. And now they're trying to win a 3rd in a row. So it's a little different attitude for Warren Schaefer and his group in the early part of 2026 than it was in that dreadful start of 2025. Payne is there on this ground ball up the middle. Jeremy makes the play for out number 2. Now a word from Dairy Queen.
Try the Dude Chicken Fried Steak Sandwich from DQ, or grab the new limited time Spicy Dude.
So 2 outs, base is empty, and Roa will go after Willie Castro. Roa, after giving up a run in his first outing as an Astro, pitching for his hometown team. Now looking for his 3rd consecutive appearance without allowing a run. He went 2/3 of an inning against the A's in West Sacramento. Allowed a couple of hits and a walk, but did not have a run charge to him. There were a couple of runs that were scored in that inning after Roa entered the game, but those were runs that were charged to the previous pitcher, A.J. Blueball. So Christian ahead 1-2. Memorial High School product in Houston, trying to pitch a clean inning here in the 8th and give the Astros a chance in the 9th. The Astros will have their 3, 4, 5 hitters due up: Jose Altuve, Isaac Paredes, and Christian Walker, and beyond that, Cam Smith. Astros trying to do something here against Willie Castro. He has been the difference in this game. Castro had 2 hits and a walk last night, and tonight he is 3 for 3 with 3 of the 5 runs batted in.
Spoiled a 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Roa on that last pitch.
Castro has 5 hits in this series and 10 hits on the season. Close pitch, just off the plate, 3-2.
Good try with that slider.
Got him. Christian Rojo, 1-2-3 inning, beats Willie Castro to end the 8th with his lone strikeout of the inning. We head to the 9th. Astros need at least 4.
The game, we go back to the 2nd inning. Christian Walker gets a hold of one, drives one deep for a home run, a solo shot in the 2nd. It's been a good series here. He had 2 hits and RBI yesterday. RBI in 4 straight games now. Plummer.
Thank you, Julia. We are back here in Colorado, and the Astros have to turn it on here in the top of the 9th.
Anthony Senzatella back out there. Fans are getting into this Jose Altuve at bat by a bat. The loudest they've been all night is for Altuve's final at bat here. Jose is still without a hit.
They've got the internet up here, right?
They do.
Oh, okay. They use it?
Because?
Why are they booing Altuve? Haven't they heard that it fires him up a little bit sometimes?
Tuve looking for that first hit tonight as he takes one wide for a ball. 1-1. He came in with a team leading batting average of .378. You can see his numbers against Senzatella. Again, these don't go back all the way to 2021, the last time Senzatella pitched against the Astros. And this one grounded foul. Senzatella came on with the game at 3-1 in the 7th inning with a runner on. So he would qualify for a save if he's able to get these final 3 outs. Last night we saw Juan Mejia pick up his 2nd career save and his 1st of the season, and now Senzatella going for a save tonight. Tuve down on strikes. 3rd time Jose has struck out tonight, and there's one away in the 9th.
Get Astros updates and offers on your phone. Receive exclusive Astros news, pre-sales, content, and more by signing up for Astros text messages. Text Astros to 226099.
That is now 7 strikeouts for the Rockies tonight as a pitching staff. It's been the 2 10-year veterans, Kyle Freeland and Anthony Senzatella. And here is Isaac Paredes, who owns one of the 3 hits for the Astros. Paredes singled in the 4th inning, his 2nd at bat. Senzatella has appeared in 180 big league games, 145 as a starter, and 35 as a reliever, and he has never picked up a major league save. He was part of Team Venezuela, didn't pitch for Omar Lopez in the World Baseball Classic. And Paredes goes after this one and pops it up, fouled. Drifting and running into the padding there by the wall fairly hard was Brett Sullivan. He kept drifting and kind of lost his place of where he was and hit fairly hard into the net. It's 0-2.
Some extra life for Isak. Kind of hesitated, then tried to turn it back on, and then just fortunately had the gear on to absorb some of that shock.
Fortunately ran into the clock with the padding.
That right knee caught a little brick, but tried to beat himself up.
If you go all the way back to the minor league days for Senzatella, he was always a starter in the minor leagues with 1 game exception. So he has never had a save anywhere in his lifetime since he pitched for the Rockies in the Dominican Summer League in 2012. He gets Paredes here, back-to-back strikeouts. As the Astros are going quietly in the 9th, that's 2 away. Our next telecast is presented by Kaplan Sinus Relief. Christian Walker continues to lead the American League in RBIs. He added a RBI to that total tonight with his 13th on the season. Jeremy Pena has good numbers against the Rockies scheduled starter Michael Lorenzen. It'll be Lorenzen tomorrow against Christian Javier. We'll be on the air at 1:30 for the final game of this 3-game series as Walker takes a strike.
Call on the field as a strike. The batter is challenging.
Astros still have 1 challenge remaining in the ABS system, and Walker's going to lose that one.
Call is confirmed. Houston is out of challenges.
Lumber, we haven't seen the Astros offense be shut down since game 2 of the season against the Angels when they scored a total of 2 runs in the first 2 games. We're kind of used to all this offense pouring out from the entire lineup, but tonight we'll talk about this another time as they are shut down by the Rockies on 3 hits and 1 run as Walker grounds out up the middle. The Rockies have won 3 in a row. They have taken a series from the Astros for the first time since 2012. Astros will try to salvage 1 game tomorrow. They're now 1-4 halfway through this longest road trip of the year as they lose 5-1. The Astros post-game show, Kevin Eschenfelder, Brian Bogusevic with help here in Denver from Julia Morales. It's presented by Whataburger and it starts next.